in March. He was brought back to the US in June to face smuggling charges. On Friday, he was finally reunited with his family after pleading not guilty and being released on parole. But a source familiar with the case told us that he could be taken to Uganda within a matter of days. It's unclear if he will be imprisoned or free to walk in Uganda if he is deported there. A court filing from this morning also suggests that the Trump administration is considering deporting Abrego to Costa Rica, but that's only if he pleads guilty to those charges.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? You already know what it is. You have just entered the war zone. Now, we have people that are over here in America, actually came to America illegally. America is up on the large amount of people who have came through our back door. Pause. For the illegal people who have entered the nation of America to go back home.
At this hour, as Kilmar Abrego Garcia will now be deported to the small African nation of Eswatini. That is according to a new email from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement that was obtained by Fox News. You can actually see that email right here on your screen, courtesy Fox's Bill Melugin. It says, breaking, Fox News has obtained an email I sent to Kilmar Abrego Garcia's lawyers this afternoon, notifying them that ICE now plans to deport him to the tiny African country of Eswatini due to him claiming fear of persecution and torture in Uganda and 20 plus other countries, which ICE says is, quote, hard to take seriously. Again, this information here just coming in from Bill Melugin. The email lists the office of the Principal Legal Advisor, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security as the agencies that are involved in that decision-making. The Trump administration said last month that it would remove 30-year-old Abrego Garcia to Uganda, but a judge ruled that the government could not take away his right to criminal trial, and on August 25th forbade the federal government from removing him from the U.S. We do again have these images here that actually show Abrego Garcia as we talk just a little bit more about what we know, but also what's still left to figure out here. That emergency hearing came after Abrego Garcia surrendered to ICE in Baltimore just days after he was released from a Tennessee jail, the closest he had been to freedom since his arrest all the way back in March. Now, Abrego Garcia is back behind bars and facing another deportation order. The joint email from federal agencies to Abrego Garcia's attorney also states that his legal team indicated that Abrego Garcia fears, quote, persecution or torture in Uganda. The email went on to say that Abrego Garcia has claimed to fear prosecution or torture in at least 22 countries, including much of Central and South America.
Of the strongest mandates that I have seen in America since I have been alive. This is a calling from millions upon millions of Americans who want their country back. And now you have people like Garcia who is being defended by the Democrats. It's very, very funny because we have these Venezuelans and Hispanics who are very, very anti-black. And one would assume that if they don't like black people in America, they're probably not in tune with Africans.
The agencies say his concerns are, quote, hard to take seriously. Now, the Associated Press reports that in July, the U.S. deported 5 men with criminal backgrounds to the southern African kingdom there of Eswatini in July and sent 8 others to South Sudan. Rwanda has said that it will receive up to 250 migrants deported from the U.S. Abrego Garcia has become a main figure in the fight against President Trump's sweeping immigration policies. Critics of the administration pointing to his case as a harbinger of what's to come amid the intense increase in ICE arrests and deportations.
So it's too funny how these Hispanics, when they get caught up in our country and deported, They are going to the very countries in which they like to use those derogatory words. They're going to the countries of those people, to the countries of the Africans. This is too funny. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. These people are coming into our nation, fighting to get into our nation, coming under the cloak of darkness. And then when we decide that they must go home, these people are fighting us to stay in the country, committing all type of illegal acts to destabilize our country in response to us electing mass deportation. These people are agitators looking to of massive civil unrest, going on a destabilization campaign. If these people can't get what they want, and that is to stay in this country, when we know now what their motives are to being in this country. It's a large web connected to T organizations in foreign lands, and we must cut the biblical cord to terror. You let me know what you think in the comments section below. Let me know if these Latinos got to go. I love you all except for the ones I don't. Peace.